Hello and welcome to Gospel Rescue Mission. My name is Rich Schaus. I'm glad that you're visiting us here at our facility where we are a poverty reduction company. We are educating ourselves on the issues of poverty. We are investigators digging into this issue. It is complicated. It is not as simple as just simply get a job. And then we are exploring the solutions that are out there. And then we're going to experiment with some of those. And so we're inviting you into this process, ask you to be part of what we are doing. This week we're taking a look at employment. Now this is the one that everyone in middle class, that's the first thing we jump at. If we just get them a job, they're great. You know, there's the whole housing first thing and they push that. Again, that's too simplified. It doesn't really get them out of poverty. It's just a temporary Band-Aid fix. But here we're talking about employment. And we're not talking about a temporary job. Most of the men and women I work with, whether they are homeless or just in poverty, whether I'm working here or with Bridges Out of Poverty, Habitat for Humanity, or whoever else I might be visiting with, all those places we come across this. Yes, they can get a job, a part-time job, but what about a job that's more than a job that's a career, a job that they have a passion for, something they can grow in, something they can get better at, something they can get promoted in? Wow, that would be a great thing. So when we're looking at employment, we're looking at something bigger, but what's holding them back? Now, this is a long-term conversation. You're going to have to talk to a lot of people to really come around this, but this week I'm just going to focus on one of those employment issues, and that is the issue of code shifting. Now, there's different levels of conversation that we generally have with people. We have kind of a professional tone that we might be able to take. I'll share this example. A couple times a week I go to the court and I'm there to help people out. I'm there standing by. If the judge sees someone can get help from me rather than go to jail, that becomes an option. And we'll talk more about that when we get to our legal issues. But as far as this employment code shifting thing goes, when I'm in there, the judge is there and I talk to him professionally. He is, Your Honor, yes sir, and it's very professional. And during the court time, that is the way we interact. I stand when I speak with him, and there's all sorts of little hidden rules that happen in the courtroom that many people just are not aware of, even if they're commonly in the courtroom. It seems like they don't seem to know those. But anyway, I talk to him one way. And then after court's over, oftentimes we are walking out the door together, and I'm talking to him as an acquaintance, someone that I'm somewhat friends with, and we have a conversation. And so he's no longer Your Honor. He's Brett Smith, Judge Smith, how you doing? And it's a more casual conversation. Now, someday, if we become closer friends, he might just be Brett to me, and that might be just our relationship. It gets more intimate, more personal. We know each other better. But these are all shifts in conversation that we have. So, you have the more professional, those that you do with your close friends, and those you do with your more casual friends. There's different levels of intimacy and conversation that you have. Now, let's imagine you don't know how to shift. You don't know how to do that change from talking to Judge Smith to Brett Smith to Brett, your good friend. You don't know how to do those shiftings. In middle class, we do this regularly. We're good at it. We've been doing it since we were children. But those in poverty, they don't shift that well. So that's why they seem and come across oftentimes as disrespectful, as rude, as interrupting, and all these different things that they do. Wow, we can help them out. We can educate them on those skills and those abilities. We can teach them how to do that and prepare them for interviews. So we do have classes we do here. We had once a week we have a community meeting and we address this very issue on a regular basis to help teach these men and women how to do it. During our conversations, we try to help them shift in our conversations. Okay, now pretend I'm professional. You're going to be talking to an employer. How are you going to interact with them? Are you going to be professional, or are you going to be casual like you are with your buddies? Got to help them shift. Got to help teach them. So a mentorship relationship, a key relationship, is one of those things that can catapult them out of poverty and get them that job, that long-term employment possibility, that long-term job that they really want and need. And in that conversation, don't tell them just to take any old job. Help them learn what they need. They might need to take any old job initially just to pay the bills. But we can do so much more. Find out what their passions are. How do you become what you want to be? How do you make a living doing that? So this has been Rich Schaus at Gospel Rescue Mission. We are investigating poverty, and I hope that you'll join us every single week as we continue to be a poverty reduction company where we are educating, exploring, and experimenting with things to help get people out of poverty.